Whisker, I'm talking to you. Whiskers, remember everything you've seen here. Remember everything we're talking about here. You're going to need the memory later. Cherish the memory. Hold the memory. Garnish the memory. Because when you get to the bend house, you're going to need the memory. You're going to enrich and enliven the memory. Predicated on, I could never have that. Then we move on. We move on. There are substitutes. We put the situation in an entirely different way. We ask ourselves entirely different questions. If we don't have a medical problem, we don't have a problem. Now, if you're a short, small man like me, an ugly, short, small man, I'm 5'3½", and that's all in my stocking feet. I've got a moon face, big old moon face, gross features. I believe set the problematic up perfectly. And we go from there. We got to get clear on what the problem, or what the obstacles are. You must remember you have a very short leash out there. Everything depends on your concentrating on that. Your leash is short, your leash is tight, and your leash is brittle. And your time is very short. And you've got to make a connection in order to get any shot at establishing any rapport with any woman. You have to realize it's roughly competitive. There's no consolations. Nobody's giving anything away today. You have to learn the social skills, how to be a good social communicator. You need rhetorical, persuasive skills, honed, very well honed. Custom made to your personality, your potentials, your phenotype, your temperament, and your constitutional factors. These are the givens. These are the givens. But you don't roll over and die with them. Don't let it be an excuse. Remember, you're only fighting, you're only competing with yourself. But you've got to know yourself. And not in a superficial way. It takes focus, concentration, hard bark to be able to find out who you are, what you are, to cast aside all the so superficial bullshit that you'll cover yourself with, to pretend. You have to know your agenda at all times. You're only competing against yourself. When you go out there, it's showtime. It's performance. It's entertainment. And if you don't have a medical problem, you don't have a problem. You gotta grab the bull by the horns and hold on to those horns and get into that rough ride, be able to handle that rough ride, and stay with the bull. You gotta toughen in blood. It takes experience, it takes stamina, it takes endurance, it takes courage. You gotta walk through 500 yards of pure nose and fight your way through it and want and embrace and love what the no tells you. I'm talking about the negative. You know, a lot of people say, think positive, think positive. I say no, think negative, think negative. Win the positive from the negative. The negative means you face up to what and who you are. You're always on trial. You have to learn to empower yourself by judging yourself. You be the one to judge yourself. You be the one to say it before he does or she does. You're already on top of that issue. You're prepared for that issue. You're facing that issue down square and hard. You're not running from the problems and the questions and the probatives it reveals. You are interrogating and prosecuting yourself hard and ruthlessly. And whatever quote-unquote positive comes out of that is yours. You've won it. You've earned it. You've powered it out through your blood and guts. There's no entitlements. There's no fairness. There's no consolations for failure. You're not a failure as long as you are confronting, encountering the negative. You learn from that. You blood from that. You prepare from that. You take courage from that. You are that. This is what I mean by being captain of your ship. Your ship is you. Master of your destiny. Your destiny is just your own continuous self-empowerment under self-sufficiency, self-responsibility. And this goes 3, 5, 10-fold. The short, small, hideous-looking man, ridiculous-looking man. If you don't do it, you're finished, you're through, you're nothing. You'll wither away and die. You'll cease to exist. Period. And all that portends, that word existence portends. You have to look at everything and be your own advocate, be your own case manager. You have to earn the right to say, I have full power here and now over myself. This is the way to win the I, which comes out of the me. The me is all the actions you do and your ability to reconstruct, do a deductive, reconstructive analysis. I'm thinking of Sherlock Holmes in this situation. You're your own detective. You're your own God. You are God in this sense. Period.